What's going on, people? So, as the title says, it's something about new shoes or something. I don't know. I just typed it. I have no idea what it says. But either way, last April. Well, yeah, I guess I could say last April because it was like the last April. Yeah, last month, all new shoes for 30 days because I have a lot of shoes that have not been worn. And I think that's kind of stupid, right? Because what's the point of buying them if you're not going to do anything with them? So now I'm going to do this little recap of sorts because that's just a thing that I do, right? I used to do these monthly, like for no real reason. And that was just nonsense. So I stopped. But since I have a reason to do it, I'm just going to bring that back. But real quick, I actually don't even have these dies Igotics over here because I forgot to put them back in the box. But if you saw the last video, you've seen them before, so we're just gonna move on. But if anybody cares to see them, I'll just go grab them again. So I actually had them right where I could get them because the box is like magnetic and it's got these like indentions in there to to house them. But since they're not cleaned, I don't want to put them in there because then it's gonna be like super dirty. So we're just gonna move on. Up next, and this is the first week of April. They're broken down by weeks because I'm mildly organized, except for the slides. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So this right here, Nike Air Max box, pretty common around here, right? You probably saw a lot of Air Maxes in that thumbnail. This is going to be the Air Max Plus in the Spider-Man colorway. It's not an official colorway title or anything like that, but it came out around that same time as the movie. It's got some Spider-Man colors, so it's just kind of one of those things, right? I think a lot of the Air Max names are probably just kind of like made up by various fans and such anyway. I mean, a lot of the Jordan things and stuff seem to get like actual names, but not those so much. Not at all, really. Unless it's like a name of a color, then sure. Moving along, we got an A6 pair here. This is a pair of the Kayano 30s. I'm a big fan of the Kayanos because, as far as running shoes go, they are solid, right? I haven't quite put these to the test yet because I just haven't gotten around to it. But I do need to do that because I'm curious how they hold up against the others. So the 29s were like fantastic, right? And these, they don't look better, but they should be better, right? I'm not a huge fan of this look that they're doing nowadays. You know, that whole Oka style thing, right? It worked out for them, and then everybody else started doing it or whatever, and now it's just a lot of fat bottom shoes, and I'm not into it, right? I'm just not into it. Well, I guess even the Ultra Boost 21s and 23s, yeah, they did that 21, 22, and the lights, I should say. So they've been doing it too, but again, I still don't like it. I got a 350 box. This one is the Sulfur, right? This was one that I missed out initially when they came out through what's that other site? Not the Adidas one. It's like all white, a little bit of gray. It's like I don't know. You used to get like Yeezys through Yeezy Supply, that site, right? Got these through there almost, but then my bank's like, hey man, they're trying to get you on fraud. And I was like, no, man, like, this is like a real deal. But by then it was too late. I had to turn to StockX. Luckily, somebody accepted my bid of retail, and here we are, which is cool because I do like that pair a lot, you know? And if you've ever seen my Yeezy 350 reviews, you know that I usually don't care a whole lot for colorway rise, right? But that was one that I actually wanted. And then when I got it, I was like, wow, this actually looks cool. So it was a good day. Stray Rats, remember that whole release? They came out and then they sold out initially or something. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm not getting those. But then they brought them back with two pairs of laces. Got a greenish pair and a purple pair, both very dark. This is a 580. This is a New Balance 580 Stray Rats thing. They had another pair. I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but I liked this one more. So normally, it's I will just get both of them and just say, whatever, dude. Let's just get them all. But I guess that other pair must have just been that not good that I didn't want it. So I ended up with just this one, which was the one that I wanted. So whatever, pretty decent for the comfort and stuff, I think, from what I recall. I don't remember hating it, which is usually I remember more about things that I don't like than about things that I do. I don't know why that is. Try not to be super negative, but hey, it happens to the best of us. So that would be week one. We're going to move on to week two. Keep this thing moving. So here is this. This is an Ultra Boost 23 or Ultra Boost Light, depending on how you want to look at it or whatever. It's basically the same as the 22, just lighter, right? I don't know if I actually did a comparison to see how I actually felt about these in day-to-day life. Actually, I couldn't have because I've been wearing all new shoes. But I honestly feel like even though these are significantly lighter, like you can just feel them and notice that right away. I still question how much better they'll feel like actually running and all that stuff in them, when you put them to the real world test. So the jury's still out on that one, but I'll get that figured out at some point. I keep holding this thing off camera. See that? Gotta not do that. Either way, so yeah, I like them. They're cool and all. Not this color. The ones I got from mom and dad are very cool. So it's a promising release, but I'm wondering, like, is it really like a worthwhile upgrade or not? Because the VaporMax line, was it like the 23? It was better than the 22 or the 21. They didn't do a 22. It was better, but it wasn't like run out and get this right now better. It was just, yeah, it's better. This would be the Taker 12. Remember that? Yeah, straight from Death Valley, right? Wore these recently because Damien Priest winning the world title and all whatnot. I'm a Judgment Day guy, right? So I broke these out. These do not look as purple on the screen as they do in person, which is weird to me. But hey, I blame the webcam. This is a pretty decent laptop that I have nowadays. The Dell XPS 9530, 15-inch, of course. So either way, here's this: the Judgment Day 12s, Taker 12s, feel purple if you want to go by that name. Like I said, sometimes things get names, but that's also the name of the color. I do like them a lot. I bought 2 pairs of those, not intentionally, but I won a raffle. And let's see, I think I won a raffle, but I also won got through online on the Nike thing or whatever. I figured like if these look all right in person, I'll keep them both. And they looked all right in person, so I kept them both. This was what I thought at one point was going to be the last of the Yeezy 350s. It is the Carbon Beluga. I was like, well, if this is where they're closing the book, I've got no complaints. Got some 3M laces. It's the style that I like the big Supply 350 stripe on the side and all the cool stuff going on over there. That's little orange bits and such in here. Yeah, very cool release. And I was like, yeah, if they're done with the 350s at this point, and this is what they're dealing with, or sending out as the last one to deal with that line, yeah, all on board with this. And then they just kept coming. So whatever. But I do really like those a lot. It was one of those releases where I was like, okay, since this is one that I'm actually into, it's going to be the one that I end up not getting because my 350 luck was pretty good, right? But I just knew I'm like, you know what? This is going to be the one. It's going to be like those dazzling blues, and I'm not going to get it. Hey, EW Kicks, what's going on? There's a way you can pin messages nowadays. You can pin them at the top of the thing. Crazy, right? What they're doing with technology. So either way, moving along. Oh, to answer your question, not a lot. Just kind of doing this. What are you up to? So this Air Max 1 SC came from Lapstone and Hammer. That makes this the Noise Aqua pair, right? Yeah. Bought these around November, so around what's that? Thanksgiving. Saw these, liked these a lot, waited on a sale. Sale happened, and then I had no reason to wait anymore. That's pretty much what sums up me buying these things, and for the most part, me buying a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's very cool. I like the Air Max 1s a lot. I don't buy as many anymore because I have a lot of them at this point. But every so often, a color is one that I kind of feel like is a must-have situation, and I may not buy like immediately, but I and that's how that worked out. I kept my eye on it, and it worked out. Sometimes you just gotta wait it out, people. You could just jump in there and buy everything day of if you want to, but that's not for me. Moving along, this right here, the Asics Gel Light 3, the only Gel Light 3 that came out this month, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So there's blue on there, but if you look at the side of the box, the thing that I just don't quite get, see that all says white and oyster gray. They made a very similar approach, they as in shoe making people. When Nike put out all those Air Max 90s in 2020, a lot of those just said something gray and white or whatever, but they would have different colors on them. They just kind of just threw out the same generic title, which was weird to me. Either way, I like these a whole lot. They remind me of some Air Max 1s that you'll see in a little bit, and they also remind me of some Hirachis that you may have seen months ago whenever I used to talk about Hirachis, which hasn't happened in forever. So it's a cool color, a lot of white, a lot of gray, a lot of blue. Works out for me. Seemingly, a lot of people also likes them. I mean, not a lot of people watched the video because the video was made way after these things were relevant. But in pictures and stuff later, I would see people say things that were complimentary. So, and he says, I'm doing this straight for work, for being at work, I guess. Well, I get that. And now we're on to week number 3 of April. Luckily for me, I only work Monday through Friday, which is a thing that I'm a huge fan of. And, depending on the day, I may not even really work a whole lot. Just kind of look at what's going on and deal with it. If there's not a lot going on, deal with it. This right here is the Air Max 270 in the khaki colorway. I am not a fan of the Air Max 270. They get a lot of good colors, so that's what makes them make their way into the collection. But if they didn't get the color selection that they got, I would probably own just the one pair. There's this, actually, yeah, I'd probably have to bought the first pair. Then like, yeah, I don't really care for it, but if another one comes along, sure. But the first one I got was also the Dusty Cactus, was a pack thing, right? But either way, these right here, I saw the color, I like the color, and I thought to myself, it's been a long time, Tristan. Maybe it's about time we try this 270 thing again, right? Maybe it's not as bad as I remember. Got these, put them on, stood up, and I was like, oh, no, no, no. These are not it. But whatever, at least they look kind of fine. So there's that. Let's see what's going on. What's on your feet today? Nothing is on my feet today because normally it would be slides on my feet today. But the slides are not on because I have to talk about them in this video. So I'm actually like not barefoot, but I'm just wearing socks. So there's that. I'm one of those people, I don't believe in wearing shoes in the home because I think that is just flat out nasty. If that's the thing that you do, hey, keep doing you, right? If it's working out, it's working out. It's not working out for me, right? It's just disgusting. And I'm like, oh my God, what is happening here, right? When I see people doing it, it's like, you just been everywhere. From here to Timbuktu, now you're just walking through your home. Your home's going to be disgusting. Either way, moving along. The Air Max Plus Drift, right? This thing right here. My God, is it heavy? I mean, it's like, it's just a very noticeable difference from like every other Air Max and every other shoe that I've talked about, Jordan 12 excluded, right? It's a hefty shoe. It is. It's got some weight to it, and you notice that. Like I was walking down the stairs, it's like dump, 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 dump. Like some sort of fee fi fo fum situation. Jack and the Beanstalk. Either way, but because of the styling, the whole Air Max Plus deal, they're super comfortable. I'll give them that. But man, I'm not a big fan of that extra weight in there. And I've seen some cool colors coming around, right? So I think that these could be a pretty good one for the summer. But I also am wondering, like, is this going to be one of those things where it's like, it's all like hot for the summer right now, as Demi Lovato would put it. But then later afterwards, after this year, is that it? Because some things stick around. Those 270s have been going strong since 2018, I think it was. But a lot of the other Air Max line models have just kind of come and gone. Speaking of which, what's going to happen with these? Let's see. Isn't Backlash about to be on soon since they are in France? I honestly have no idea. I have not watched much lately. I tried to watch for not Rebellion. It was Under Siege last night. TNA Under Siege because I have that TNA account, and I fell asleep. Apparently, I was really tired, and it was not as interesting in the earlier parts of it. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on with Backlash right now. And what else am I missing? That's far away though. Did you pick up the Air Jordan 4? No, not even close. I did not even attempt to try to consider it. No, not a big Jordan guy like that. And so when you put up a color that's like predominantly white, which is the thing I'm not into, I'm highly unlikely to put any effort into getting it. So no, I'm not sitting here trying to look down on the Jordan 4, whatever. But I saw it. I saw a picture of it, and I was like, this is ugly. So anyways, this right here, the Air Max DN in the Volt colorway. I saw a pair of Air Max DNs come out on the Nike thing the other day. There's like all gray, kind of like this, but like had a little like orange sort of thing in here, like those Sunset Air Max Pluses and stuff. And I was like, well, I kind of want those because now that I've worn these and I know that it's a solid wear, now I want to get more of them. But at the same time, like having too many of the same model, kind of not where I need to be right now. It's hard enough to like get through things and wear them all. which is why I get devoted like now a month and another month to be wearing just new shoes, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know, but I would really like those. But I guess I'll just have to. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll get my dad a pair. You know, and I'll just live through him on that because it's something. You know, I can get him, do the whole review thing, talk about them, whatnot, give people those personal thoughts and up close shots that nobody really needs. So this was quite the misstep over last month. Actually, there's a thing. Let me see what's going on here. I like the no, I like the black DNs with the magenta like bubble. Yeah, yeah, you'll see those next month. If you watch this next month, these Air Max DNs have been a pleasant surprise. Already bought 3 pairs. Look really good with beats, MO, and they are really comfortable compared to older models. Even paid resale for the all day colorway. You could have just waited for the all day colorway, probably. Well, I don't know. That's the all night colorway, the one that EW was talking about. I don't know what is considered the all day colorway, but either way. So this right here, right? I was so sure that I had not worn these, but it was is, and I noticed this recently. A lot of my shoes that have been worn don't look like they've been worn, especially those Yeezys. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, I've worn this. Like it doesn't look like it though. And even a lot of these Air Maxes. So the Air Max Plus in black and red that I hadn't worn is not this one. I had worn these already in 2021. I went back through the archives because I was like, something seems wrong here. But it's too late. I'd already worn them. So yeah, every day minus this day, I guess I wore something that I hadn't worn before. But given how much time had passed, it was almost like wearing it for the first time. But either way, I do like the Air Max Plus a whole heck of a lot, right? So I didn't mind it, but it is what it is. I only bring that up because, hey, man, got to be honest with the people, especially in case anybody wants to come and fact check me, which is unlikely to happen. Then I can be like, dude, we already covered this. It's in the live, man. So let's see. The all day colorway had a limited drop on it. Max Day. It's the purple to pink colorway fade. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't remember that one then. So it must have been not on my radar because when I saw the releases that they had, I made up my mind on the 2 that I wanted. Well, I made up my mind on the 1 that I wanted, but then they brought out more, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm getting 2 today, and that's what happened. This right here is the Air Max 1 86 OG with the whole big old bubble thing going on down there. The only Air Max 1 that brought out this one thing, right? So either way, yeah, not a huge fan of the visual of the big bubble thing, or just I guess I'm just so used to the other model that I just don't like this one. They feel fine. Even after you wear them a little bit, they feel pretty all right. You know, you got the women's sizing thing going on in there, so I'm not really thrilled about that, but I get it. You know, it makes sense. It's just a thing I don't like. So what can you do, right? But either way, as far as wearing them, they feel pretty all right. So I'm cool with it. They're like those Gel Light 3s I was just talking about a few minutes ago, right? So yeah. Now the question is, I'm wondering, are they going to like do this with other colors, even though there were only so many OG colors or whatever? Are they gonna just like keep this model around and just throw some others on there because why not, right? Or are they only going to stick with the original one? I don't know. Maybe somebody out there knows. But I will tell you this: I also really don't care a whole lot because I'm probably not gonna buy them anyway. So that was one more week down. Now we're down to the last full week. So that would be week 4. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, this I tell you, moving like stacks of boxes, it's always like, is this going to be the time when this all falls over or what? So, got a 350 small box compact version, right? Let's go ahead and open this thing up, see what's on the inside. Any guesses? You shouldn't have to guess. I've already covered this online already. This is the Air Max 350 compact in the slate onyx colorway. I don't like talking over the sound of this bag thing. It's kind of annoying. Then I feel like I'm yelling. So these right here, this is by far the most comfortable form of the 350, right? At least to me. But the color selection is awful. They have like 3 of them. I have 3 of them. I think they probably made like 5 maybe. I don't know. But I don't even like the ones I have a whole lot. You know, I just bought this one because it would make a good concert shoe. So that's the only reason for that, right? And it will. I wore these to see. I saw somebody a couple days ago. Can't remember what it was now. It's weird. Metric, Metric. I went to a Metric show the other day and wore these. Super good, right? But again, that color selection leaves a lot to be desired. So there is that. And like when you're not wearing them, they just look awful too. So they're all flat and deflated looking. It's like it's doing the comfort thing right. All around, not just under the foot. That's why I say it's better. But everything else about it is just not. It's not ideal. And this one right here, this is. See, like even this, like it still looks pretty decent on the bottom, right? You can kind of see some dirt back in there if you look real close or whatever. But either way, I wore these the other day. This is the Citron Yeezy 350, right? Some might remember it. It's one of the 2019 releases. I only have that in memory because that was the year that I started doing the YouTube thing, and this was one of the first year reviews. But either way, I've seen somebody wearing these a whole lot around town or whatever, and I would always look at them like, what color is that? It's so weird to me. And I was like, I probably have it because I have like not all, but most 350 V2s. Like, I mean, I don't know how many actually came out, but like if you take out the reflectives, because I don't like the reflectives, yeah, I have most of them, but I was like, I don't know, they all blend together now, so I don't know what it is. But I would always look at them like, and it was like this dude that I always see at a lot of the same shows as me, but I don't know him, so I don't talk to him. It's just like, but which is also weird because we have a lot of similar friends. So I'll see him talk to them at some points, but I'm like, I have no reason to talk to this person right now, so I probably will never talk to this person. I'm not social. I said that in my little social media video once upon a time. This right here, I put the black light over there when I was like looking at these in the dark. These actually glow in the dark, these Yeezy 700s, right? These fade salts. This part, this plasticky piece up here, crazy. I didn't know that. I was walking around in these, did some errands, came inside, set something down. Oh my God, there's green stuff. Wow, look at that, the glows. Or I stepped in some radiational things and now I'm going to turn into the Toxic Avenger. Who knows? But either way, they glow in the dark, and I thought that that was really cool, right? So you were looking at these and you didn't know that. That might be a cool selling point, right? But otherwise, I bought these because I had bought a pair of 700 V3s in a size 9.5. It fit okay, but I thought maybe the 10 could be better. Not a big fan of going up in sizes because, again, I stay the same size. So when you start wearing bigger shoes, you start to look a little clownish, right? And I'm not talking like Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope. I'm talking like Bozo. You know what I'm saying? And that's not okay. So I try not to buy things that where you go up a half or anything. But I thought I'd try it out. And it worked out better, but at the same time, I still don't like the shoe. I realized that. I was like, this is better, but I don't like it at all. Well, I don't say it at all, but I don't like it. I would not recommend the 700. Moving along, let's see what's in this box here. Oh, look at that. Another Yeezy. Surprise, surprise. Ash Pearl, ladies and gentlemen. This was part of a 3-shoe pack. The Ash Pearl, the Ash Stone, and the Ash Blue. The Ash Blue, in my opinion, was the best. This would be the second best with the Ash Stone bringing up the bottom, right? Not that the Ash Stone was super bad, but it wasn't super good either. So these right here, I like these a whole lot. They got some cool colors going on in here. I don't remember how I felt about it initially. I do also like these here multicolored laces that they have. The camera won't really focus on it. So you kind of have to just take my word for it or whatever, or buy yourself a pair and then look at them real closely. But I would assume that in the video I did on these, there's probably a bunch of up close shots of the laces there. If you watch the first third of the video, probably the second half of the first third of the video, I want to remember that. Yeah, probably there is where you'll see it. Because all my videos follow like a very standard approach, right? They do. Very predictable. The ad breaks are going to be in the same 3 spots every time. You know, it's the same thing. This right here is the Yeezy 500 in the Stone Top colorway. Kind of looks like the Gel Light 3 Earth Day release from a couple of years back. Got a nice gum bottom down there. It even still looks pretty decent, you know? So like I said, you know, at first glance, I'm not always sure. I'm like, as far as if I've worn something. But these right here, right? I wore these the one time. I don't see these being worn a whole lot. They're not great, right? Fit is all weird. Like The comfort is like pretty decent. I'll give them that, but like I just don't want them on my feet a whole lot, right? Because they just didn't feel quite right. But I'm thinking also like the 700 situation. If you go up a half a size, maybe on just this colorway, maybe on all of them, I don't know. Maybe that would fit better and feel better, but I don't know how badly I want to find out. So I don't know. I need to see what the color selection is like, but from what the colors are that I've seen, not great. All right, moving along, moving along. These right here, which is kind of a mistake putting these back in the box because they're trail shoes. I should probably keep them out where I can get to them. Cascadia 16 right here. So these, I do like these a lot. These actually look worn, right? Because I wore these to the local trails and stuff. Walked around for about an hour or so, just kind of seeing what I thought about these, and then also just thinking about life in general. But either way, so these right here, I don't like wearing trail shoes normally, like outside of that environment, because they feel weird. See how they have all these like extra high ridges on the bottom? When I was wearing these just like at work, it's just like it just felt off, you know? But once you get these on the terrain where they're supposed to be, then they feel good. So I just don't see how people are just wearing shoes like this just all the time casually. I see it a lot, strangely, at work. People walk in here with these hiking shoes and stuff. I'm like, this is very flat here and it's carpeted. Like, what are you doing? So now we have one more shoe to close out the month, right? This is going to be the Vapor Max 2023 in light ultramarine, right? So I wasn't sure about these, if I wanted them or not or whatever, but I don't know. They're pretty nice. It's just like once I got them, much like when I got those teal Air Max 90s, I got them and then I thought to myself, do I really want these? And then that video, I made the decision, like, you know what? I'm just going to give these to my brother. I think I did the on feet thing and then just shipped them off the same day or something. But either way, these right here, I'm still kind of debating it. I like them a lot. I just wonder, like, do I really need this second pair of these? I don't know. I don't know. So there's that. Now, like I was saying before to somebody who asked about like whatever was on my feet and such, right? And I said nothing because it's all slides that I've been wearing. Well, I have those slides that I've been wearing. So go ahead and pull these things up right here. Because again, when I'm indoors, I don't like to wear stuff that has been outdoors, you know? So this right here, starting off, we have the UGG slides that my aunt bought me. Have these cork slides from Adidas that I bought like a year or two ago and forgot I had. Moved over to here to these New Balance Fresh Foam things, and then finished off with these Yeezy slides in blue green, right? So these two, like I was saying, I did reviews on them and then just like put them back in the boxes and just completely forgot that they existed until the middle of last month, I guess. So then I was like, oh, well, since we're doing new shoes this month, we'll break these out, right? And they worked out pretty all right, but I've done reviews on those things plenty. These, I wouldn't buy a pair of Uggs on my own because I don't have anything against them. It's just like for what, right? But then these I do like a lot. Unfortunately, New Balance has made just this color, it seems. So not a lot of options. If you don't like this color but you want to try these things, I think you just have to buy them and just maybe paint them yourself. I don't know. I've seen other similar sorts of things, but they seem like they were also a different model from New Balance. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm on board with them. So if you find them for yourself and you think like, oh, maybe this is something to have for me too, go ahead and get them. I got mine from In. They were on sale. I waited for a long time for those to go on sale, right? All right, so that's it. For me to eat, well, let's see what's in the thing here first. So I really want those Ultramarine Vapor Max, but they are unavailable in Europe and resale is stupid high. That is weird to me because they are so cheap here in the States. I don't know, you'd almost think that maybe they could just send a bunch over there and maybe they'll sell like over there. Because for me, right, I often see these reviews, excuse me, these comments on reviews of things that I have done forever ago. And somebody in some other country or whatever, like, yeah, like I just picked these up, yay, blah blah blah, got them for a good great deal because whatever, whatever. And I'm like, okay, so I guess maybe like stuff comes out here and then eventually comes out somewhere else. I don't know, like, or maybe they take all the ones that didn't sell and just ship them off. I don't know what the deal is, but I just would see all these like releases happening apparently like way later. So it sucks for you, right? Because like those shouldn't be expensive to me, right? It's a nice color, right? I don't look down on it in any way. I'm fine with having bought it. I just don't know that I actually need it. So it's just strange to me, you know. But also, I will say, if shipping stuff to the overseas lands is still expensive, maybe that's part of it. I gifted somebody a pair of shoes once to London, right? I think it was in London, and it was like $60 just to send it. It was a pair of black static Easy 350s, right? Many moons ago. So yeah, but I was trying to be nice. I was like, you know what? I'm going to send these shoes to this person that has been following me for some long period of time, and this is the only pair that he ever talks about wanting. So since I happen to have come across a second pair that I don't need, I'm just going to send it to him. And I don't regret it, but I just wish that Europe wasn't so far or something, so that way it wouldn't have been expensive. But all right, so let's see. I see black and gray on aftermarket. Not sure. I don't know what you might be talking about. But either way, so there's that. I'm gonna start closing this thing up. If anyone has anything that they want me to answer or reply to, whatever, you got a little bit of a window here. From me to you, speaking real slow just for that. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I, Tristan Stewart, am going to be doing some other things around here. First and foremost, cleaning up this pile of shoes, which is actually pretty neat, but it's still here. Oh, I will ask this. Did anybody want to see these dyes I got? Because like they're not in the box. It's a very cool box. So if you ever get a pair, it's this magnet thing. See that? Yeah. But that's why I didn't put them back in there because I didn't want the bottom getting all nasty. Either way, if anybody wants to see those, let me know and I'll go grab them real quick. But yes, so I am done. I've recorded a whole bunch of stuff today. Oh, the New Balance slides. Are you sure it was the same model? The Fresh Foam Martian slide, whatever. There's a model number in here somewhere, right? SUFHUP3? No, that's not the same one. The one on the box was different. SUFHUPG3, yeah. Whatever. But either way, so I got some editing. Well, I'm not doing that today. I got a Silver Sun pickup show to be at in a while, so I'll probably do all my editing tomorrow and all that stuff, taking a bunch of pictures. For now, I've done plenty as it is today, so I'm going to get moving. But thanks for showing up and watching me talk about nonsense or whatever. But please, there's some of you have a lot of daytime left. Go and do something better with it than watch this. Later, people. Here's that end button.